Removing elements from a list while we're iterating is a bit trickier than you'd think. If we try it in a for each loop, we'll get an invalid operation exception. And if we try it in a for loop, we'll completely skip over an element. I'll explain why in another video, but for now, let's look at some solutions. My go-to solution is to use a backwards for loop, which will correctly visit each element. And if we need to iterate forwards, or if we want to delay the deletion until after our loop, we can create a second list and use two loops. In the first loop, we populate the second list with the elements we want to delete, and in the second loop, we remove those elements from the first list. This approach does have two downsides. Firstly, the memory allocation of the second list, and secondly, the time cost of list.remove, which will need to search through the list to find the element that we want to remove. For a comparison, list.remove is doing something similar to this final approach, which removes the element based on the ID rather than the object reference.